Opening with the king's pawn controls the center and opens up the light-squared bishop and queen, often leading to sharp games. In the Caro-Kann defense, c6 supports a quick d7-d5 pawn push to control the center and challenge the e4 pawn. d4 grabs control of the center and attacks the e5 and c5 squares. d5 controls the center and attacks the e4 pawn. Knight c3 protects the e4 pawn and attacks the d5 pawn. D takes e4 opens up the center and plans to meet knight takes e4 with either bishop f5 or knight f6, challenging the knight. Knight takes e4 recaptures with the knight in the center of the board where it controls many important squares. Knight f6 develops the knight toward the center, attacks the knight on e4 and controls the d5 square. This misses an opportunity to force doubling of pawns. Develops the bishop and attacks the center, developing the knight and increasing influence in the center. This move activates your knight to strengthen control over the center. This offers an equal trade of pieces. You exchange pieces of equal value. With this recapture, white introduces a new piece to the game. This prepares your bishop for development, developing the bishop and increasing influence in the center. Your bishop becomes more powerful by developing towards the action. This connects the rooks, which helps them work together. You've secured your king on the same side as your opponent, a solid strategy. This creates luft for the king, providing it an escape square. Connecting your rooks is a great way to help them work together. This defends a pawn that was under attack and had no defenders. This is a fine move. This offers to exchange pieces of equal value. Nice, definitely the right move. This wins time by threatening a queen and forcing it to move away. You are threatening to tactically win a pawn. This attacks a rook, winning a tempo when it moves away. You attack a bishop, winning a tempo when it moves away. This moves the bishop to safety. You are threatening to win material through a discovered attack. This stops the opponent from being able to win material through a discovered attack. You're kicking their knight out of a useful square. This loses a knight. You captured a free knight. Very precise. You take back. The piece finds a new active square. This offers a trade to your opponent. After all captures, this is an equal trade. You captured back. A very strong play. Well done, an excellent move. White's piece has moved to a square with greater activity and control. You challenge the opposing rook for control of the open file. Right on target. This adds protection to your threatened pawn. A solid choice. Yes, this is the way. Putting the piece on a blockade square. Good job. That's what I would have played too. This is the strongest option. You offered your opponent the chance to trade off equal material. The piece finds a new active square. You trade off equal material. Recaptures. Connected rooks can be very useful. One of the best moves. Smart move reinforcing your pawn with extra protection. This creates a pawn chain, linked pawns that form a strong structure. That was a fair trade. This maintains the balance in material with a good trade. That was an even swap of material. This removes the attacking pawn. Nice, definitely the right move. A very strong play. Yes, this is the way. This blocks the attack on a pawn that could have been captured. This removes an attacker that was threatening to capture one of your pieces. Takes back. Good job. That's what I would have played too. Putting the piece on a blockade square. Very good choice. This steps away from the checking rook. Good job defending that pawn. Very precise. In the endgame, the king can become a fighting piece. This offers to exchange pieces of equal value. You exchange pieces of equal value. Recaptures. Your passed pawn advances to its goal. The passed pawn moves towards its goal. This is the only move that works and you found it. You prevented your opponent from being able to promote a pawn to a piece. A solid choice. Nice, definitely the right move. One of the best moves. Passed pawns must be pushed. This creates a pawn chain, linked pawns that form a strong structure. Your opponent has to watch that passed pawn. A very strong play. You captured a free pawn. A solid choice. That pawn was yours for the taking. Right on target. Your pawn made it to the promotion square. This is not the right idea. Yes, this is the way. One of the best moves. You continue the checkmate attack. This is the strongest option. Getting closer to the forced checkmate. Very precise. You're continuing down the road to checkmate. That pawn was free for the taking. Your move gets closer to checkmate. You overlooked an opportunity to checkmate the king. This evades the check from the queen. You continue the checkmate attack. Right on target. Getting closer to the forced checkmate. You're continuing down the road to checkmate. Congrats on your win.